Salute, salute, salute. Facebook, what's up? What's up? It's your boy, Jay Richards here. Welcome to another edition of Jay's Spot, episode number 25. Like, we're on episode 25. We doing them numbers. We doing what it do. Thank you for all those who've been rocking with me since day one. You know, who've been supporting me, who've been retweeting, who've been reposting, you know, who've been sharing my episodes and getting it out there to the masses. Like, I salute you and I appreciate you all. So, you know, it's only right I had to continue this because I'm not someone to give up something that I start, especially when I got my heart in it. Like, it's no giving up. I'm going full throttle. But thank you once again to all those who tune in. Thank you to all those who click the thumbs up button, click the heart button. Just thank you for all those who've been tuning in, who've been rocking with your boy. I appreciate it. But tonight we on episode 25, and our topic of discussion is going to be: should men be pressured into getting into marriage? I'm sorry. So, yeah, I'm terribly sorry for that. I don't know what just happened. I don't know. I'm sorry. Like, it said something about the signal. Hopefully, it's, working better now. If you can hear me clear, just, click the thumbs up button so I know you can hear me and everything is good. Because I don't want to, carry on the episode and you guys won't be able to hear me. So if you can hear me perfectly fine, just click the thumbs up button and let me know. Okay, thank you. Salute. I see you, girl. I see you. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. But time is 8:41. I'm gonna give some people a couple more minutes to get on. I wasn't here last week, so it was only right that I had to come back and give you guys episode 25. But we basically, like I said, talking about, should men be pressured into marriage? Like, is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Why do women do it? Do they think they're gonna get a long-term marriage out of doing that? Like, it has its ups and downs. A lot of people agree. They say, yeah, men should be pressured. And then a lot of people said, no, a man shouldn't be pressured. It should be when he's ready. When he's, it's different views. Everyone has their different views on it. But I want to hear what you guys have to say about it. How you feel? Because personally, I feel a man shouldn't be pressured into marriage. I mean, some will agree, some won't agree, and I'm gonna give you why I feel it's not a good thing. Because you pressuring a man into doing something he don't want to do, so he's gonna basically do the things you want him to do just so he could, shut you up, or just so he could please you for that moment. And really and truly, that's not what love should be about. It should be about if you genuinely want to do something with your significant other. You shouldn't be forced into doing something that you don't want to do, because you're going to get bad results. Then when y'all get into arguments, he's going to always throw it in your face like, oh, I didn't want to do that with you and your friends. I didn't want to go there. I didn't want to marry you. I didn't want to move in with you. I didn't want this. I didn't want that. And then it's like you hearing all that thrown in your face, and it's going to break your heart. Like, you're going to be hurt. You're going to be like, wow, this is how he really feel. But if you took the time out to ask him or see how he feels about certain things, like, you probably wouldn't have pressured him into certain things, and he probably wouldn't have gave you that kind of argument that he gave you. So, I mean, that's why I feel like you shouldn't pressure a man, and it go vice versa. You shouldn't pressure, just like for women. A man shouldn't pressure a woman into doing something she don't want to do, because yeah, she might do it, but then you have some women, they not going to do it. They're gonna be like, nah, I'm standing firm on what I believe in. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing this. Blah 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 blah. So it go both ways. It's not a one-way street. It's a two-way street. It go both ways. But I have talked to a lot of, well, not a lot, but I've talked to a couple of people who feel they were pressured into marriage and their marriage didn't work. I think like maybe one, his marriage is still going on, but he said they're hitting a lot of bumps in the marriage, but I won't put his name out there. But keep doing you, homeboy. Like, keep fighting. If that's what you believe in, if that's what you want, keep going for it. But the other few that I've talked to, they basically said they were pressured. They said they didn't want marriage, but it was just to shut her up. They didn't want to move in with her, but it was just to shut her up. They even went to say they didn't even want kids with her, but it was just to shut her up. Now that's what I think that's something you can't turn back from. Once you have a child out there, you can't turn back from that. At least with marriage, if you get married, you could get divorced, go your separate ways. But when a child is involved or children involved, like, you can't go your separate ways. You stuck with that person forever, whether if y'all together or not. You got to see them and you got to deal with them. So I feel like I said, women shouldn't pressure a man into marriage, or shouldn't pressure a man into doing something he don't want to do. Period. Because you're not gonna get good results. And it's sad because nowadays it's like a lot of people are doing things just to please the other person. It's not what they really want to do. And that's sad. That's really sad, because you should want to do something with your significant other from your heart. You shouldn't be feeling forced. You shouldn't have to feel like, yo, I'm going to do this with her because then next week I'm going to chill with the fellas. Like, it shouldn't have to be like that. It should straight up be like you want to do something with your significant other because you want to do something with your significant other. You shouldn't have to feel forced or pressured or feel like, if I don't do this, like I ain't going to hear the end of it. And that's another thing too with some women. Notice I said some, not all women do this, but some women really need to stop pressuring men into doing things they don't want to do. Point blank, period. Because you're doing it. It's gonna get done at that time. But then when later on down the line you're getting arguments, he gonna throw it in your face. He gonna probably throw it in your face in front of your friends. He might throw it in your face in front of your family. And you don't want that. Like, you don't want that. You don't need that. But I've came across some women that they really feel like, oh, if you're in a relationship with me, you got to do what I want to do, and if you don't, it's over. You could hit the road. But it's like, why all of that? Why y'all just can't have a civil conversation? You tell him things you want to do or you might want to do, and vice versa. He tell you things he want to do or what he might want to do. But just don't spring it on the man like, yo, next weekend we doing this, and it's like, I don't even want to do that with you. I don't even want to do that, period. But you telling me we doing this. Oh, well, my friend's going and they doing this, so we got to be there. We got to do this. So that's what it is. You're doing all of this for your friends. You're doing all of this because of what your friends might say or think about you. Like, that's what you really calling love and what you defining as love? Just because your friends is doing this, so you want to do it? Like, that's not cool. That's really not cool. But, like, yeah, vice versa. Like, men and women should not pressure their mate into marriage, because, like I said, it's not going to be a good turnout. Because one, you're going to waste everyone's time. You pressuring this man into marriage. Y'all going doing a whole big shindig. Y'all thinking it's forever. Well, correction, you as the woman thinking it's forever when in the back of his mind, he's like, yo, I didn't even want this. I just did this to shut her up. So it's like, it's not cool. You should do things because you want to do it. You shouldn't be forced into doing something you don't want to do. And nowadays, how this world is looking, a lot of relationships are not lasting because people doing things that they don't want to do with the person. Like, they really don't want to do that with the person, but just because the person forced them to doing it, they did it. And as the man, that's not a good feeling because me personally, I've been forced into doing a lot of things that I didn't want to do. A lot. But I'm a man, I could admit it. I did it because, it was just to shut her up. It's not what I wanted to do, but to avoid argument and to avoid, you and the person not speaking in the household for a couple of hours. Next thing you know, it turns into days. Next thing you know, it might turn into a week or weeks. I just bit the bullet. I'm like, oh, this what you want to do? All right. I'm gonna be cool. I'm gonna play nice. I don't want to be here. I don't want to do this, but I'm gonna do it. So I feel like if we don't pressure our soulmates into doing something they don't want to do, we will be fine in relationships. Relationships will last longer. Side pieces will not exist. It'll just be the main woman, the main man, and side pieces won't exist. Side pieces won't even stand a chance. But so many side pieces are, like I said in a couple episodes, not years, a couple episodes before in the past, I was talking about side pieces, like why side pieces are winning. Side pieces are winning because the main woman, I mean, it's for many different reasons. The main woman's probably not doing her part, whatever. Whether it be she's not cooking, cleaning, not pleasing them sexually, whatever. Then here's the side piece. Side piece popping on the picture, and then she's running things. Because what the main woman messing up at, the side piece is picking up the slack for. And then the man, he might fall for her, and then next thing you know, like, that side piece turns into the wife. It's crazy, but I've seen it. I've seen it done. I've seen it happen, and I'm still seeing it happen. So it's out there. It's true. So, like, let me know y'all views on this. Like, how y'all feel about it? Like, should men be pressured into marriage? How y'all feel? Like, scream at me. Let me know something. Let me hear y'all views. Because like I always tell people, I'm going to talk about topics that no one is going to talk about. And if they do talk about it, they're not going to talk about it as raw as how I'm going to talk about it. So I'm going to bring y'all that raw and uncut and that real. That's just me. That's Jay. So let me know how y'all feel about that. And another thing too, you have some women, they'll pressure the man into marriage, right? They'll pressure him into marriage, and then if children are involved, they'll use the children against him. And I know y'all probably saying, well, what do you mean? Now, what I mean by that is the woman might scare him and tell him, like, look, if we don't get married, we have this kid, or we have these kids. If we don't get married, I'm leaving you and I'm going to another state. It's like, what? Like, that's the ultimatum you're going to give me if I don't marry you? You're going to just pick up what my kid, not even my kids, our kids, and go to another state so I can't see my kids? Or I'm only supposed to talk to my kids over the phone or text message? Like, and you have some men, they will bite that bullet, and they'll be like, look, this ain't what I want to do, but at the same time, I don't want to have no long distance relationship with my kids. I don't want that. And for men that go through that and that been through that before, like, trust me, I feel your pain on it. It's scary, especially when you're young and you have a child, and you don't know how to go about certain situations. So it's like, damn, I'm forced to do this. But when you get older and you think back to stuff, you like, yo, if I had I known this when I was younger, I wouldn't be in this marriage. I'd be like, oh, really? You trying to lead a state with my kids? Okay, you could try. Then some people take it down to the courts and they put in that paperwork for that joint custody, and it's like, you can't go anywhere. You not leaving the state with my child or the country with my child. You have some people that if they love their kids to death, they will do what they got to do to be in their kids' lives and to save their kids from going to another state and being raised by another man who's not their biological father. And that's sad because some women really do that. Like, some women really give those kind of ultimatums. Like, look, if we're not married or if we're not getting married, I'm leaving you with the kids and you're never going to see them again. And it's like, as a man, when you hear never, it's like, what? I'm going to only see my kids like through pictures or through text messages? Like, nah, that's not cool. So for the men out there that, you know, that did that, you know, was pressured into marriage, I mean, it's sad to say it happens. It happens, but when you find out what you can do to get out of it and be free again, do what you got to do. Because you don't want to be somewhere where you're unhappy. I could tell you guys that from experience. You do not want to be somewhere where you're unhappy, especially where you're unhappy for years. And I'm not going to say you can't leave, but like I said, if kids are involved, you don't want to leave because you don't want your kids to be in another state and being raised by someone else. And you as their father and as a man should be raising them and teaching them right from wrong. Next thing you know, our next man is doing it. Nah, you don't want that. But it's sad. It's really sad that some women got to do that. Like, they got to pressure a man into marriage, especially then they got to use the kids. It's sad because women should not move like that. They should not do things like that. Like, if it don't work out, it don't work out. Move on. There's many other men out there in the sea, just like there's many other women out there in the sea. Granted, you might have a relationship with this person, but really and truly, let's keep it 100. You only have a relationship with this person because you're comfortable. You've been with the person for like 5, 6, 7, 8 years. You're comfortable. You don't want to start over. You're like, no, I don't want to start over. Like, I'm gonna ride this out. But it's like, why do you want to ride it out when you're not happy? You're with someone and you're not happy. You're going to sleep next to someone you're not happy with. You're waking up next to someone you're not happy with. You're going to work, coming home from work, seeing the same person that you're not happy with. Why do you want to live like that? Why? Like, why do you want to live like that? Like, that's not cool. That brings on stress. That brings on fatigue. That brings on so many other, like, minor illnesses that can turn into serious illnesses. Like, it's not cool. And it feels good. It feels good as a man who been down that road with someone and was forced into something that he didn't want to do. But I can honestly say I'm a survivor. Like, I fought, and I was able to get out. People really do that. People really be with someone for so many years just because they're comfortable, just because they don't want to start over. But how you know what's out there if you don't start over? Like, yes, it's hard. You felt you knew someone for so many years. You don't want to start over because you just don't want to start over. You just don't want to go through the whole thing of getting to know someone all over again. Yes, I get that. You get that. But your health is more important. Your insanity is more important. Like, sometimes we have to put ourselves first. Our self-worth comes first before any man, before any woman. We have to put ourselves first. And a lot of people not doing that because You know, they comfortable. They're like, nah, I'm comfortable where I'm at. I'm good. I'm good. Really? Are you really good? So before you go home at night and you take your keys out your pocket, you about to turn that key in the door, you like, oh man, I gotta deal with her. I gotta see her. I gotta play nice just to get through the night. That is not a good feeling. That is not. That is not. That is not. That is not. That's not a good feeling. And then what hurts the most is when you feel you're stuck somewhere and you can't do anything. Like you're really stuck somewhere. It's like, damn, I'm stuck here with this woman or with this man and I can't leave, or you choose not to leave. It's not that you can't leave. You choose not to leave. Because you could pick up and walk out the door. You can pick up and get all your belongings together and walk right out the door. Salute to my followers that's now tuning in. Salute, salute. You gotta play catch up though. But tonight's episode discussion, we're talking about should men be pressured into marriage. So if y'all got any views on that, type it in the box at the bottom and let's talk about it. But back to what I was saying, like, hey, Cuzzo, what's up? What's up? Thank you for tuning in. Thank you. Yeah, as I was basically saying, like, you don't want to be with someone where you're not happy. So all of that pressuring a man into marriage, all of that using the kids as a pawn to keep the man, like, some women gotta stop that. I'm not saying all women do that, but some women out there are doing that actually. They're really doing that. Like, no, he's not going anywhere. Like, we're getting married. You're forcing that man. And then this is the thing too. Before I forget. A woman will pressure a man into marriage, right? All right, granted. She pressures him into marriage. But if that's not what he wants, right? If that's not what he wants, you really think he's going to be faithful to you? Like, let that really sit on your brain. You really think he's going to be faithful to you? You basically forced this man into a marriage that he did not want. And if he did want it, he probably didn't want it with you. But you forcing this man into a marriage and you really thinking he's going to stay faithful to you? It's like, you forced him into doing it. And like, he had no choice. He just felt like, yo, I got to do it. If you're a grown-ass man, nobody can't pressure you into anything. You're right, Mela. You are absolutely right. But what I was saying a little while ago, you have some women out there that if kids are involved, they will hold the kids against you. They will tell you, like, if we don't get married on this day, this time, such and such, I'm leaving with the kids. Now, as a man who want to be in his kids' life, as a man who want to be a part of his children's lives, he want to be there for every ceremony, every class project, every school trip, every open school night. A man who wants all of that, it's sad to say, believe it or not, but he gonna bite the bullet and just deal with it. Because he don't want to lose his kids. He don't want his kids to go to another state and he got to see his kids or talk to his kids through Facebook or through what's something, or through iPhone, like the FaceTime. Like, nobody wants that. I mean, because for me, I don't know how, like, if my kids was to go to another state with their mother, I don't know how I would react. I don't know what I would do. Because my kids are my world. Like, just talking to my son, like, my daughter, she's still little. She's 1 years old. But talking to my son, like, just hearing how his day went, just hearing how school went, hearing about his homework, like just hearing all of that and then physically getting to see him and be in his presence, like that's the best feeling in the world to me. That's the best feeling in the world. And you have some women that when they know that the kids are their world, they will use those children as a pawn. That's what I was talking about, Mella. They will use those kids as a pawn. They'll be like, okay, these kids mean the world to him, right? So I'm gonna tell him, if we don't get married, I'm leaving. Now, your kids be in your world, you ain't gonna want to lose your kids. You're not gonna want to see your kids in another state. You're not gonna want to see your kids in another island somewhere. Like, no, you're not gonna want that. What up, bro? Brown, salute. Thank you for tuning in, man. I appreciate it. All my followers that's tuned in right now, like if you could just click that share button at the bottom of your screen. Let's share this episode to your friends on your friends list, on your Facebook friends list. I really appreciate it. All those who share it and, repost it. I appreciate it. But Brown, I basically was talking about the topic for tonight, like should men be pressured into marriage? Like should men be pressured into marriage? Because you pressure a man into something he don't want to do, you're gonna get nasty results in the end. Or in the beginning. If you're lucky. If you're lucky, he might show his true cards right after that wedding. Like, he might flip out on you. So, that's what I was basically talking about. Like, women that be pressuring men into marriage and thinking it's going to last and thinking it's going to work. But in all actuality, it's not. It's not going to work. You force that man into doing something he don't want to do. Because we all know. We all know. If you don't want to do something and someone pressure you into doing something or force you into doing something, you're doing it for them. You're not doing it for yourself. You're doing it for them. So sooner or later, you're going to crash and you're going to be like, yo, I'm tired of this. I don't want to keep doing something I don't want to do. Like, I'm done with this woman, or vice versa. Like, and all that could be avoided if you just not pressure a man into doing something he don't want to do. And like I said, it's vice versa. Go both ways. It's a two-way street. A man shouldn't pressure a woman into doing something she don't want to do. So it go both ways. It's not just one road. It go both ways. But it's a lot of unhappy marriages out there nowadays that I know of. I'm quite sure it's a lot. But personally, that I know, it's a lot. I know a lot. And they're not happy, but, they had their reasons why they did what they did. And I can't knock the next man or the next woman for doing something. Like, I might be like, oh, why he did that or why she did that. Like, we don't know their reasons. We don't know why they did what they did. They probably had a good reason for why they did what they did. Until they open their mouth and tell us, like, yo, this is why I did that, or this is why I did this. We just got to sit back and just watch. Because another thing, too, people like to assume. And you don't know what's going on, so you're assuming. You're like, that's not cool. It's not cool. But a lot of men, like I said, it's a lot of unhappy couples out there. A lot of unhappy marriages out there. And a lot of it stems from being forced. If I'm lying, I'm flying. But a lot of it is being stemmed from being forced. Now, you get with someone and everything is beautiful. Everything is flowing. The chemistry is there. And y'all both want the same thing. Then nothing's wrong with that. Because he wants marriage, you want marriage. Go for it. But if you as the woman, the only one who want marriage, and he as the man, like always, kind of shift you away when you bring up marriage, then you might want to get with another dude, because that marriage ain't going to work, because he's giving you the signs right there by his body language. Straight off the back. He's giving you his answer right off his body language. Men should not be pressured because this is why the divorce rate is so high amongst our people. Brown, that's basically what I was saying. You're absolutely right. And that's sad because you want to get married and it be forever. And when I mean forever, I mean the only time y'all gonna separate from each other is if he die or if she die. But even still, y'all gonna be together in heaven. But that's what it is. Like you should want to get married to someone who wants marriage. You should not want to get married to someone who's iffy about marriage. Like when you bring up marriage, they looking at you like, I don't know. Like that right there, like if you last 6 months, maybe 2 years, you're lucky. But before that, you might get a divorce. But some men just want to play house and want females to act like a wife with no ring. Mela, that's true. that is so true. That is so true. For that right there, I feel that's true. I'm not even gonna lie to you, Mela. That is so true. I don't have the answer for all men, but I would say for myself, I guess they just like the fact that, she don't have a ring, but she's cooking for me, she's cleaning for me. We do things like a married couple, but we're not married. I really feel like once that whole, you got to sign your name on that dotted line and y'all become one. Like, I think that's what some men run from, because they don't want, I feel they just don't want that just yet. They like the feeling of playing husband and wife, but y'all not really husband and wife. So you have a point there, Mela. You absolutely do. I can't even front on that. From Brown, sometimes it is a culture thing. Some culture have arranged marriage, but marriage is supposed to be a team effort and two people building to strengthen each other. If it is one-sided, it will never work. That's true. That is so true, Brown. That you're right. Some cultures are like that. Some cultures arrange it that way. But if it's like you said, if it's one-sided, it will never work. That's why when couples get together, don't bring up the whole marriage thing just yet. Like, let a year go by, 2 years go by, and then, I mean, even but in between, you can still, actually fit your views on marriage, but just don't try to force it on the man, because if he's not ready, he's not ready. And like we all know, if a man is not ready, he's not ready. Point blank, period. If he's not ready to grow up, he's just not ready to grow up. If he's not ready to mature, he's not ready to mature. So by you forcing him to mature or to grow up and do these things, yeah, he's going to do it right then and there. But once you're not in his sight, he's back to being immature or childish or someone who's not ready to grow up. It's for real. Well, I don't want to get married just to give me a ring, and I'm okay with that. Yeah, Mela, believe it or not, some women are okay with that. Some women are okay with not being married and not having a ring. They're okay with that. And I don't feel nothing's wrong with that. I really don't. I don't feel anything's wrong with that. Oh, thank you. I'm sorry that I'm breaking up. Hopefully I'm better now. Yeah, so, yeah, some women are okay with that, like not being married. Like, it's a lot of pressure. I'll lie to you not. Marriage is a lot of pressure. Like, just knowing you went to sleep the night before single, well, not single, but you went to sleep the night before just boyfriend, girlfriend, and then the next day you wake up husband, wife. That's a big responsibility. A big responsibility. From Brown, the world and society tells that everyone should be married. That's true. So everybody is rushing and feels pressure to be married. And if you're not married in your 30s, then you are made to feel like something is wrong with you. That is true. So society play a big part too. Society plays a big part because they showing you how it's supposed to be or how it should be. And then, you rushing, trying to do that. And then not quite, what's the word I'm looking for? Not quite ready for that person, or don't really want that person, but you just did it because you feel you need to get married before your 30s. So like you said, Brown, it's like if you're in your 30s and you're not married yet, you're going to feel like, yo, something wrong with me. Like no man wants to marry me. No man wants to put a ring on my finger. Like am I that bad? Am I this? Am I that? You're going to start to question yourself. So that's true, Brown. That's absolutely true. From Dunkley, to be frank though, in this age and time, how can a woman force a man into marriage? How does that work? Despite the fact that kids are involved, there you go. Well, that's what I said, Dunkley. Once kids are involved, that woman, she got you. Kids are more understanding these days, so I just can't see nor understand why a real man would be pressured into marriage. I mean, from what I basically was saying, once kids are involved, they got you. And once kids are involved and you love your kids like to death, that woman got you. And you're right. Kids nowadays, they do understand. They understand, like, once you have that talk with them, like, oh, mommy and daddy not together, or mommy and daddy not going to be together, but mommy and daddy love you. Once you have that talk with them, yeah, kids might be understanding of it, but let's be real. Let's really, really be real. What kid out there doesn't want their parents together? Every kid I'm quite sure if you ask any and every child in this world, oh, do you want your mother and father to be together? Like, I'm quite sure they want that. I'm quite sure they want that because everybody wants that family. And this is why I said it, like, a lot of people just have kids with whoever. Like, I'm being real up. I'm keeping it 100. People just have kids just because they want to have kids. But they don't really get to know that person. They don't really get to find out that person's, like, views on life or know much of anything about that person. But if that person's laying it down in the bedroom or whatever, and, they get drunk off of that, it's like, oh, yeah, I'm ready to have his baby. But then you have his baby, and then you really getting to know him, and he's seeing stuff that he don't like about you, and it's like, yo, I can't do this with her. Like, look what she's doing. And he's out the door. And then you left to take care of that child by yourself, or those kids by yourself. So don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Like, women, like, y'all play a big responsibility, because y'all could get with a guy and y'all might feel that it's something serious, but to that guy, it might not be anything serious. He might just be gave me a head up just to get what he want, and then he's out the door, and then you left to pick up the pieces and have to start all over again. So to all the women out there, to all women out there, y'all are strong. Y'all are some strong women, because y'all don't know if a guy is playing with y'all feelings, if he's playing with y'all heart, with y'all mind, but y'all take chances with them. And it's like a game of Russian roulette. Like, you just taking a chance. You taking a chance to date this man. It's a chance y'all might get married. It's a chance y'all might separate. Y'all take chances. So I salute all women who take chances and who stand in firm and don't give up on love, or not forcing a man to do something he don't want to do. Like, I salute y'all women. I really do. I salute y'all from the bottom of my heart, because it's not easy. It's not easy. But to you, Dunkley, once kids are involved, like, that's how the woman got you. She got you. Now, and like I said a little earlier, I don't know if you caught it earlier, if you were tuned in earlier, but if kids aren't involved, then the man you think he's gonna stay? There's no kids involved. He's gonna be out that door. Because he feel like, why am I staying? Like, we have no kids. Nothing is binding us together. So the marriage is failing. The marriage failed. I'm out the door. But to a real man, once kids are involved, it's hard. It's hard. I'm living proof of that. It's hard. It's hard to just pick up and leave because kids are involved. So it's not easy. It is not easy. Thank you, bro. Hopefully I'm much clearer now. Thank you for pointing that out. I appreciate it. But yeah, like, no woman should pressure a man into marriage. Vice versa. No man should pressure a woman into marriage or to doing something she don't want to do. Because at the end of the day, y'all just gonna get bad results. Y'all not gonna get the results y'all expecting to get. Y'all not gonna get those, who could I use as an example? Y'all not gonna get those, Will Smith and Jada Pinkett years. Y'all not gonna get those, oh God, my mind is running blank. Y'all not gonna get those Hillary and Bill Clinton years of marriage. Y'all not gonna get those Obama and Michelle years of marriage. So it's like, you shouldn't force someone into doing something they don't want to do. Because when it's all said and done and y'all get into that argument, you gonna know. You gonna know everything that he didn't want to do or everything she didn't want to do. And then you gonna feel hurt and you gonna feel like you wasted your time. Like, you really are gonna feel like, yo, I just wasted 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years with this man or with this woman. So yes, everyone should be married. I mean, that's what they say. Everyone should be married, but marriage is not for everyone. Just like college. College is not for everyone. Now, working should be for everyone. I don't know why. Working should be for everyone, but I mean, to each his own. Yeah, marriage is not for everyone. You have some people that just want to be boyfriend, girlfriend. They're okay with that. They're content with that. And they're fine with that. But then you have some people, they want that whole, that's my wife or that's my husband. All that is on paper. If that man or that woman is not loyal to you, is not devoted to you, not dedicated to you, that paper don't mean anything. It's just your name. It's just his name and your name on that paper. That's it. Nowadays, it's loyalty that's being jeopardized. Like, it's hard to find a loyal man and a loyal woman. It is. It is really hard. Mella, why you laughing, Mella? I'm just speaking the truth. From Brown, I think also when a man gets a woman pregnant, many families will pressure that man to get married. That's true too. That is true. Because you get her pregnant, the family going to be in your ear like, oh, she would make a good wife, or, she would make a good this, she would make a good that. I mean, you're going to hear that, but it's like, are you ready for that? Are you really ready for marriage? I mean, yes, bringing a child into this world is a big responsibility as well, just like marriage. But yeah, it's a big responsibility. It's a big responsibility. But yeah. No one should be pressured into doing something they don't want to do, especially when it comes to marriage, because in a way, it's like you're wasting the Lord's time, because you're coming before the Lord, in his kingdom, in the church. So it's like, yeah, I'm ready for this, but deep down you're really not ready for it because you're just being forced into it. That go for relationships too, believe it or not. I go for relationships too. Like, some men probably could agree, or some women would probably disagree, but a lot of relationships happen that shouldn't happen. Like, some people should just really and truly be just friends, or should just be cool. I mean, how I feel. From Brown, many people have the wrong concept of marriage. Many try to live that storybook marriage. That's true. And everybody tries to immaculate that TV show marriage immaculate that TV show marriage and pressure to live that way. You're right. You're right. I'm really and truly, Brown. You're 100% right. People do have the concept of marriage wrong. They do. Because some people feel like, yeah, that's my wife, that's my husband, that's that. But then they go out there and screw the next woman or the next dude. And then you have some people that really take marriage to the heart. Like, they won't even look at another man or look at another woman. They are so into the person that they're married to. And believe it or not, those are the women that's hard to find. Those are the women that's hard to find. Because nowadays you have these marriages, some might get mad at this, but it is what it is. You have some people that just get married just for social media. Just so they could put up all their wedding photos, just so they could put up all their baby shower photos. But you're doing this just for social media. You're just trying to outshine the next person. Like, you saw that other person got married, you saw how their wedding went, so you're like, oh, I could do better. So then you go get married and you have this big lavish shindig just to run with it on social media, just to run with it on Twitter, on Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat. Like, come on, like, marriage should not be for social media. Marriage should be for the two who really want marriage, who really want it and don't want anything less of it. But nowadays, social media, boy, I ain't gonna lie. I never would have thought I never would have thought this day would come where everyone do everything for social media. It's like everything go on social media. Everything. And it's sad because back in the days when it was no social media like that, you had to communicate with that person one-on-one, face-to-face. Now you can just go up on Instagram. Oh, let me inbox him or inbox her. Now you could go up on Snapchat, put up a little video talking, saying what you want to say to the person. Like, everything changed. The times have changed. Yes, it is, Mella. It is sad. It's very sad because for me, a lot of stuff don't go on social media for me. Like, a lot of stuff don't go on social media for me. You have some people, yeah, I'm about to go to the bathroom, social media. Yeah, I'm about to cook some fried chicken, social media. Yeah, I'm about to go to this party, social media. Yeah, I'm about to pop like 2 bottles of rosé, social media. It's like, why are you putting that up? Like, why? Me personally, my belief, social media really and truly should be for long lost family members or friends you ain't seen in years, and that's the only way y'all can communicate. Or taking pictures and you just upload it, be like, okay, this is me now, or I'll put something up again months later, or whatever. But some people take this social media to the heart. Yes, Mella, you are absolutely right. You hardly do post. Sometimes I'll be having a look to see if we still friends up there, because I would see you post a picture like once every 5 years. But that's not bad though. You on your grind. You doing what you got to do, and I will always respect and salute that. Like, you on your grind and you doing what you got to do. A lot of people, like, every little thing goes on social media. It's crazy. But yeah, everything like is just social media. But yeah, that's what I feel too. Also, like, marriage, I mean, you pressure a man into marriage, but really and truly tell that man, do you really want to be married? Do you really want to marry that man? Or do you really just want to do it to put it up on social media? Just to let people see how your wedding was looking or how your baby shower was looking. Like, come on. But it's the truth. But I got a lot of comments tonight. Like I'm feeling that about the topic tonight. Should men be pressured into marriage? I'm really feeling that. I didn't know how. Actually, I didn't know, like, you know, how it was gonna go, because, you know, some women probably would have felt like, oh, why talk about that topic? Like, why this, why that? But like I said, I'm gonna talk about a lot of stuff that is not getting talked about out there. It's the truth. It's coming on to 9:30. Oh, before I forget, August 26th, if you're in the Brooklyn area, August 26th from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m., the Helping Hands first annual back to school drive. We're supplying book bags, pencils, basically supplies for the kids. It's for the kids. So if you in the Brooklyn area, or you know someone that's in need of, you know, a book bag or school supplies, like, please hit me on my inbox. Please reach out to me. I'll give you the location to where we going to be at. Yeah, we're gonna, I'll, you know, hit you guys with the location where we're gonna be at, and, you know, bring the kids out. They must be accompanied by, of course, a parent or an adult, and, you know, just come out and have a good time. Get some book bags, some supplies, because, you know, some families out there that's really, you know, they just don't have it like that. So, you know, if we can help in any way possible, like, we're gonna help. And, you know, it's a first annual drive. It's gonna be many more. There's gonna be many more in the works. So, you know, we're just rocking with this one, helping these kids out, because, you know, a lot of schools don't supply, you know, supplies for the kids. So I believe, like, some charter schools supply those things. Some charter schools, but in public schools or private schools, like, you gotta come with your own. So, like I said, if you're in the Brooklyn area on August 26th, just hit me on my inbox. Hit me on my inbox. I'll give you the location to where we're gonna be at, and, you know, just come out with the kids and get some supplies and book bags. Yeah, Mella. The topic could have been like that, but, you know, I switched up a little. It could have went that way as well. That topic right there. I'm coming. I live a few blocks away. Yes, I remember you said you're gonna pull up. Thank you. If you know anybody else, any friends that need book bags, you know, let them know that's where we're gonna be at, August 26th. Salute, Brown. Thank you so much for tuning in, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. The love is greatly appreciated. Thank you. But yeah, for all those who don't follow me on, you know, social media, you can follow me on Twitter, you can follow me on Instagram. Everything is Real J Richards. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is Actor J Richards. Snapchat. I'm on Snapchat as well. Real J Richards. So I'm up there. Just hit me up. I talk to all those. Like, I'm not bougie with it. I'm not bad and bougie. Like, I talk to everyone. That's just me. Like, I'm on a different page. I'm on a positive page, and I'm just trying to help these kids. I'm trying to help get these kids off the streets, trying to get these kids mentors. Like, it's a lot of families a lot of households where it's no role models or no father figures in the household. So I'm still crawling, but best believe when I start walking, I'm gonna start walking. So that's where I'm at with this. But I'm pulling up to my hour. Thank you guys for tuning in. This is episode 25. Thank you so much. Thank you for all those who shared this topic. Thank you for all those who like it, who click the thumbs up button, the hearts button. Thank you. I really appreciate it. So, until next week, next Tuesday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I shall return with episode 26. Also, if there's any topics you want me to discuss, you want me to get on the air, just, shoot me an email. My email as follows, actorjrichards@gmail.com. Once again, that's actorjrichards@gmail.com. Shoot me an email. I check my emails daily, and, we get the topic up here, and we discuss it. But until next week, you guys, thank you for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of your work week, the rest of your school week. Well, for those, who are in college and stuff like that. Enjoy the rest of the week as well as your weekend. And I'll catch you guys next week. Thank you once again, and salute.